and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. That's why we offer a fully transparent buying process and a 14-day exchange program, because we care about Rapid City, the community we've been serving for generations and plan to serve for many more. McKee Ford. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at mckeeford.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days could snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Patriot volleyball as they will take on Todd County in the first match of the silver bracket here this morning. Tom Anderson with you on GoPatriotsLive.com and LiveTicket.tv. Douglas and Todd County running a little bit behind everybody else. St. Thomas More, their first match here in the silver bracket, ready to put away Maipia Luta. In the first round for the gold bracket, and that will do it 25-11. So St. Thomas More with a couple of wins, and they will advance to the next round, and they will play the winner of the Hot Springs Lakota Tech match. Douglas Todd County will play the winner of the Lee Deadwood Belfouche match. In the gold bracket, it was Brookings, the number 8 seed, upending number 1 seed Rapid City Central. 25-23, 25-23. Custer advances to meet Brookings in the semis as they down Cheyenne South 2-1. Rapid City Stevens and Dakota Valley both sweep through their matches to move to the semifinals. Those semifinal games will be at around 11:30. It may run a little bit later because of the Douglas-Todd County late start here. For Douglas, get their starting lineups. Well, ponytails in the way on a couple of them. 21, Riley LaJoy. Ayana Newholy wears number 24. Number 18 is Olivia Harris. The libero is Ramsey Johnson. Number 9 is Miley Archer. Number 4, Ashlyn Blasius. And number 1 is Emma Odegaard. For Todd County, they will start with Jelly Ironheart, Bree Whitehat, Trinity Betelyoon, Kaisley Brady, Rhea Ironhorse, Isabella Whipple, and their libero is number 20, Destiny Messias. We'll also see Bradley Whitehat, one of their taller players, had a couple of good matches yesterday. Todd County and Douglas both 1 and 2 in the opening day of play yesterday. Todd County defeated Belfouche. They lost to Rapid City Central and Kadoka. For Douglas, Their win came against Lee Deadwood late last night. We were just talking with Alec running the camera here that must be the Douglas curse because they were playing on court 4 yesterday and they ran way behind everybody else. They got out of here about 8 o'clock. Now they're a full match behind the court next to them here and a half match behind the others. So now the officials trying to get the rotations all set up. LaJoy will sit down as Ramsey Johnson will join the starting crew. And for Todd County, Messias replaces, let's see if we can figure out who's not out there. There's Brady. Rhea Ironhorse. So the Patriots will serve it first. On the serve is Odegaard. Messias with the diving stop. Free ball over. Johnson will bump it up. The set by Odegaard. New Holy with a rollover. And down the line, count that a score for Trinity Betelgeuse. It's Todd County Lady Falcons on the board first. On court 4, set 2. Hot Springs leading Lakota Tech 22-13. Lakota Tech won that first set 27-25. So Hot Springs trying to extend that to a 3-set match. The set here for New Holy sends it to the back corner, and that is out. Todd County up 2-0. Played best 2 out of 3 yesterday. The JVs played. Today, no JV action. Trying to get things done before 2 o'clock or so. The set by Odegaard goes left side. On the swing was Harris. Todd County will tap it over. Johnson with the bump up. New Holy rolls it over, hits the top of the court, falls to the floor, and the Douglas Patriots are on the board. Trailing by 1. It'll be 1 serving 2. New Holy to serve for the Patriots. Messias, and that'll be an ace for New Holy. That sends half the bench to the floor, pounding on the floor. Saw Belfouche players do that yesterday, about took out their first-year head coach. He wasn't expecting it. She did a couple of twists and turns. Good thing she's young. The bump, the set, the swing, and that is a score for Bree Whitehat. Todd County back on top 3-2. And it'll be Whitehat to serve for Todd County. The right-handed serve from the right side, a little wobbling knuckleball. Handled well by New Holy, and nobody came to the rescue of the bump by Nicole Bashan, who has come in, number 2. Johnson and New Holy thought each was taking the turn at it. Harris off the swing. That will be a kill for Bashan. Coming up out of the back row, put that one away and put the Patriots within 1 now. 3 serving 4. Miley Archer holds the right arm straight out to her side. Takes the approach from the middle of the court. Sends it deep. Bumped by Ironheart. Set, rolled over. Set by Odegaard. It'll be a free ball by Bashan. Messias digs it out. Set up by Brady. The swing by Whipple. Patriots play it. There's a dig, the set. This one to the center, and that is Briley Whitehat with the kill. Briley Whitehat, the tallest player out there for Todd County. Big force in the middle. And Lady Falcons up by a deuce, 5-3 as Messias. Will send a wobbling knuckleball back to Ramsey Johnson. Odegaard sets it up. Bashan rolls it over. Diving save. Messias keeps it alive, and that's going to be into the net. Patriots draw within 1. They trail it 4-5. A couple of substitutions for the Patriots. Jaden Gray, number 23, will come into the front court, and Jillian Vernon will come in to serve. So front court now of Bashan, Gray, and LaJoy. The dig by Ramsey Johnson. They'll set it to Bashan left side. Ironheart puts it up. Douglas has to free ball it over. Todd County will try and set again. Back row hit. Diving save by Vernon. Push it over, trying to find the donut hole. Not there. Messias comes up with the play. Bump it over. Patriots, Gray. Push it over by Vernon. They'll try and set it up. There's Whipple with the swing. Johnson, Vernon, free ball over by Bashan. That's going to be out. So neither team can get their offense in system on that go around, and the Falcons up by 2 again, 6-4. Briley Whitehat sits down as Jelly Ironheart back in the contest. She will serve. For the Patriots, Vernon, Bashan, Johnson, Newholy stand on the back line awaiting the serve from Jelly Ironheart. And she puts that one into the net. Patriots on the side out serving error, 5-6. On the serve, it will be Ashlyn Blasis back in. Ramsey Johnson and Vernon back there. Newholy rotates up front along with LaJoy and Gray. Set to Whipple. Puts it over the net. Johnson with a diving save. Vernon pushes it over. She finds the donut hole this time. We are tied at 6 apiece. Over on court number 4, Dakota Tech and Hot Springs tied at a set apiece. That is a silver bracket first round matchup. Vernon with the set on the attack is Gray, dumps it in, finds the donut hole again. So a couple of Dunkin' Donut shots for Douglas. They lead at 7-6. Glacius back to serve. Pounds ball a couple of times, sends it over the right hand. Spun it off her hand, almost like she was throwing a curveball. Had she gotten it over the net, it might have curved and dropped. Been a thing of beauty, but instead into the net. Service error ties it up at 7 apiece. Whipple on the serve for Todd County. Johnson with the dig. Vernon with the set. The pushover, beautiful angle that time taken by Riley LaJoy. Put it right along the net, dropped it in front of the defense, and the Patriots up by 1, 8-7. Ramsey Johnson to serve. The libero for Douglas. Sends it back to Whipple. Free ball over. Johnson will push it up front to Vernon. Back set. The push over. Messias with the dig. Dump it over again. Gray will try Newholy. She pushes it over and finds the middle of that defense. So 3 straight Dunkin' Donut shots for the Patriots puts them up by 2, 9-7. Johnson with a spin, hits the top of the court, and that'll be an ace. We've seen several of those in the Rapid City Central contest, a couple by Brookings, a couple by the Cobblers. We have one here, the Patriots on top by 3, 10-7. So coming up next at 11:30 on court number 2, Brookings and Custer will face off in the gold bracket. Rapid City Stevens and Dakota Valley on court 3. Those are the 2 middle courts. Then the winners of the first round matches in the silver will be on courts 1 and 4. Douglas, should they beat Todd County, will play the winner of Lee Deadwood and Belle Fourche. And that one is over. I did not see who won that matchup. We'll try and pick that up. Well, Belle Fourche is sitting over there. Lead Deadwood nowhere to be seen. 10-7 Patriot lead here, and the put away by Bree Whitehat. Falcons trail by 2. Rhea Ironhorse to serve for Todd County. Johnson and Vernon, check that is Glacius, and the put away by Todd County brings them to within 1. Set number 1, best 2 out of 3. Both teams 1 and 2 yesterday in their matches. New Holy to Vernon. Deep hit by Archer. And Todd County not able to keep it alive. Heads over to court 1. Patriots back up by 2, 11-9. Substitution in for the Patriots. Coming in to serve, Emma Odegaard. Archer, Harris, and New Holy the front line for the Patriots. Whipple got handcuffed, gets a return pass, sends it over Johnson. Odegaard with the set, New Holy with the swing, and Todd County got caught up on the net. White Hat and Brady couldn't get it to work. Patriots up by 3, 12-9. So Rapid City Stevens and Dakota Valley have started their semifinal match on court 3. That should be a good one. Dakota Valley an early lead at 2-1. You can watch that on GoRaidersLive.com. Odegaard with the high set. Johnson with the 10-foot hitch. Sends it way too deep. And the Falcons hit double digits. They trail it by 2. It will be Kaisley Brady to serve. Patriots up 12-10. Couple of dribbles, the left-handed swing. Johnson will take it, set it up to Harris, or Archer rather. Douglas will try it again. Johnson, free ball over. Todd County gets caught up in the net. Briley Whitehat with the swing. Todd County will try and set their offense. They're off the system, and the ball is out. Patriots up by 3. 13-10. Assuming Belle Fourche must have won that first match because they're still sitting over there. They will play on that court against the winner of this match, which has just begun. So it might be a while they're sitting on that bench over there. Free ball over by Todd County. Ramsey Johnson to Odegaard. And that swing looked like it might have been going out by Harris, but trying to save it was Briley Whitehat. And the point goes to Douglas. New Holy to serve with a 14-10 lead here in set number 1. Hot Springs leads Lakota Tech in their first round matchup 10-4. That's tied at 1 set apiece. The bump over, Johnson will bump it up front. Odegaard will set it, middle. And Archer off the block by Briley Whitehat goes out of bounds. And the Patriots up by 5 now, 15-10. Stevens and Dakota Valley now tied at 4 apiece. Dakota Valley, the defending tournament champion. And that is a put away by Bree Whiteheart right in the middle of that Douglas defense. She will go back to serve with Todd County down by 4, 11 to serving 15. Johnson over her head, sets it to Odegaard. Pushed over by Harris, Briley Whitehat. To Whipple off the block, diving save by Odegaard. Johnson keeps it alive, overpass at the net, and the point goes to Todd County. 12 serving 15 now. Bree Whitehat, right-handed serve from the right side of the court. Just clears the net, great diving save by Johnson. And Bashan, who came back in. Little communication problem with Miley Archer. Bashan thought Archer was going to take it. Archer backs off at the last minute. It has Bashan diving for it. And it's 13 serving 15 now. Whitehat to Bashan. Odegaard sets it up front. Harris sends it deep. Whitehat to Whipple, sends it deep into right field, and the Patriots back up by 3. 16-13. Dakota Valley up by 3 over Rapid City Stevens, 7-4. Archer with the serve. Whitehat pops it up. Whipple takes a swing at it and ties up Odegaard. Point goes to the Falcons on the kill. They trail by 2, 14 serving 16. And the libero, Destiny Messias. Clears the net, and that will be an ace. Ramsey Johnson not able to control the serve from Messias. It's a 1-point lead now for Douglas, 16-15. They led 15-10 just moments ago. Big run here by Todd County to get to within one. Newholy puts it up in the air. Free ball over by Bashan. Whitehat pops it up front. The set. Bree Whitehat. Newholy. Bashan with the rollover. Messias with the save. Overpass. Todd County will set it again. Whipple will take a swing at it. Johnson with the diving save. Odegaard the back set. Harris sends it deep and out. We are tied at 16 apiece. Dakota Valley has doubled up Rapid City Stevens 8-4. Here's a serve by Messias. Johnson handles this one. Odegaard sets it. Harris pushes it over. Back row hit by Whitehart. Johnson one-handed save, not good. And Bree Whitehart puts Todd County on top, 17-16. Messias all the way back, takes a run and a jump and puts it into the net. 17-17 on the side out. And going back to serve for the Patriots, Jillian Vernon. Vernon, right-hander, takes a run, sends it back to the back row. Whitehart passes it into the net, and it'll be the Patriots taking the lead, 18-17. Off of the ace by Vernon. Sends it a little deeper this time. Whitehart, Messias. It'll be a free ball pushed over. Johnson on the dive. Gray with the set, the swing, played by Messias. Whipple takes a swing at it and gets the kill off the hand of Newholy. That was probably going out. Newholy tries to make a one-handed save. We're tied at 18 now in set number one. Belfouche awaiting the winner on court one. Immediately following this match, the winner will move over a court. Ironheart clips the net, and that'll be an ace. Diving Patriots everywhere, but they can't come up with the play. Todd County back on top by one. Hot Springs up by 2 over Lakota Tech, 13-11 in the third game of their match. Here's the set. Push over, goes along the net. Whipple, and it will be a violation against the Patriots. Got under the net. And it's a 2-point lead for the Falcons as they hit 21st, 20-18. And we have a timeout on the court. We're back in 1 minute on liveticket.tv.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family-owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Patriots. Bree Whitehat from the back row sends it too deep. And Douglas back to within one. Ashlyn Blasius will come in. She will grab the ball from Ramsey Johnson to serve it up. Bashan sits down. Patriots have LaJoy, Gray, and Newholy up front. Messias pops it up in the air. Set by Brady. Pushed over. Gray. It'll be a free ball over by Newholy. right on the line. Ironheart plays it. Whipple will take the swing. Johnson can't come up with the save. And it's a 21-19 lead now as the Patriots leaving that backcourt open. Got sucked to the front of the net. Whipple found the open spot. She is on the serve. Right in the back of the head of Bree Whitehat. The Patriots hit 20. They trail by 1. Back on the floor for the Patriots, Miley Archer. Ramsey Johnson just clears the net. Messias digs it out. Set by Brady. Bump it over by Whitehat. Gray back set, and that is blocked on the attempt by Gray. Blocked at the net. That was Bree Whitehat. He's Vernon with the set. 22-20. Todd County with the serve. Iron Horse sends a short one. Johnson to Vernon. Free ball over by Archer. They'll bump it up front. On the slide, Whitehat couldn't get the put away. Archer with the free ball over. They'll try it from the left side, roll it over. And the Patriots can't come up with the play on the kill. Trinity Betelgeuse 23-20. Todd County leading by 3. Dakota Valley has opened up a 7-point lead now over Rapid City Stevens, 15-8. Short serve again, Johnson to Vernon. Archer with the slap at it. Dug out by Whipple. Free ball over. Vernon sends it backwards. Johnson sends it forward to New Holy. Whipple up front. Bree Whitehat with the swing. The block by Archer, and the point goes to the Patriots. They're back to within 2 at 21-23. Odegaard back on the floor, along with Harris. Harris, New Holy, and Archer. Be that Douglas front line. Served by Odegaard into the net. And that puts the Falcons at set point with the service coming up in the hands of Brady. Patriots had an opportunity here in the first set to pull away. They were up 15-10. And Todd County has come back to get it set point. They'll set it up, left side. Whitehat has her shot blocked by Archer. And the Patriots live for another swing, 22-24. Patriots down by a deuce. Bashand will come back in. Glacius sits down, New Holy to serve. Sends it deep, bumped by Whipple. The set up front, the rollover by Whitehat. They'll set it left side. Bashand sends it back to Messias. Brady with the middle set. Whitehat rolls it over. Back set by Odegaard. Down the line, that is a kill. Olivia Harris saw the opening. Hit it off the right side of her hand, and the Patriots have cut the margin to 1. 24-23, they need 3 straight. First to 25, but you got to win by 2. Falcons still at that set point mark. The bump by Whitehat. Hustle by Brady. Free ball over by Messias. Johnson will bump it up front. Odegaard will set it. Left side, Bashand with the swing. Down the line. And we are tied at 24 apiece. Odegaard, outstanding job of setting. Timeout on the floor at 24-24. Set number 1. We're back in 30 on liveticket.tv and gopatriots.com.
When life gets
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. That's why
GoPatriotsLive.com and liveticket.tv. 24-24, first set of the first match for Douglas in the silver bracket. Winner goes on to play Bellefouche next. Roll over, Johnson with the dig. Odegaard with the bump set. Bashand will have to push it over. Whipple with the dig out. Brady sets it up, left side. White hat finds the rear corner. Again, the hole in that rear line defense of Douglas puts Todd County up by 1, 25-24. Hot Springs leading Lakota Tech in the rubber match of their matchup over there, 20-19. Push over, trying to find the donut hole, wasn't there. Joust at the net, and Douglas puts it away. That's Miley Archer with the kill. Tied up again at 25. Dakota Valley by 5 over Rapid City Stevens. That is a gold bracket semifinal matchup, 19-14 there. Custer and Brookings would be the other semifinal. They're waiting for this court to open up for that. Archer push deep, and that is a put away by Odegaard. And the Patriots take the lead 26-25 here in set number 1. Archer to serve. Vachon, LaJoy, and Harris front line for Douglas. Messias, Ironheart, no, that was White Hat rather. New Holy on the receiving end, and too hard on the hit by Harris. We're tied at 26 again. Messias will serve for Todd County. Johnson will handle it. That's going to be an ace. Ramsey Johnson got tied up between going over the head or with the bump. Center line drive right at the knees of Harris. 27 serving 26, and now we're 27 apiece on the service error. Dakota Valley up by 7 now on Rapid City Stevens, 21-14. Hot Springs up by 3 on Lakota Tech, 22-19. No action on court 1. Bellefouche awaits the winner of this. We are just in the first set of this best of 3 match. And we get delayed a little bit. Nobody wanted to provide the volleyball, so Jillian Vernon could set it up. There's White Hat to Brady. Free ball over by Whipple. Johnson with the bump. Vernon with the set. The swing off the arms of Messias. Give the kill to Riley LaJoy. And the Patriots have taken a 1-point lead at 28-27. So extra volleyball here in the first set. Patriots service error. We're tied at 28 apiece. So this court already running behind the rest of the courts are into extra swings here in set number 1. 28-28, Ironheart rather. Trying to keep the hearts and hats straight. The bump by Bashand, the set by Vernon, the swing by LaJoy, Messias with the dig. White Hat sends it up high, Whipple will send it over. Johnson up front to Vernon again. On the swing off the cord, the kill by LaJoy. And the Patriots up by 1 again, 29-28. Dakota Valley's at set point in their match against Rapid City Stevens, 24-16. Dakota Valley with just so many weapons, number 3 in the state. And that is going to be in. Ramsey Johnson just inside the line with the set-winning ace. 30-28. Douglas picks up the win in the first set. We'll be back with set number 2 on GoPatriotsLive.com, part of the LiveTicket.tv network.
Fully transparent buying process and a 14-day exchange program. Because we care about Rapid City, the community we've been serving for generations, and plan to serve for many more. McKee Ford. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Could you?
Douglas and Todd County conclude this match. Rapid City Stevens is playing Dakota Valley right now. Dakota Valley took the first set, just getting ready to start set number 2. And in the other silver match, still underway, Hot Springs and Lakota Tech in the third set of their match. Bison up by 1, 27-26, and overtime there. The serve by Brady, handled by Johnson. Vernon with the dive. New Holy pushes it over. Up front, Briley Whitehat. Push one time. Johnson tries to push to the far corner. Whipple keeps it alive. Macias tracks it down, and Bree Whitehat knocks it over. Free ball over here by the Patriots. That was Archer, and the big swing. We haven't seen too many of those. Bree Whitehat couldn't put it away, and the Patriots score first on the return. Olivia Harris will replace Jillian Vernon in the Douglas lineup. Will step up front along with Archer and New Holy. And on the serve, now we're ready to go. Emma Odegaard has come back in, and the service error ties it up at 1 apiece. Odegaard, Blasius, and Ramsey Johnson, along with New Holy, step to the back line, awaiting the serve from Bree Whitehat. Tied 1 apiece, set number 2. And that'll be an ace as Odegaard and New Holy run into each other. So they had 4 players back there, and it splits 2 of them. Hot Springs and Lakota Tech tied at 28 apiece now. Winner advances, and that will be a back-to-back aces by Bree Whitehat. Ramsey Johnson can't come up with the play. Falcons lead it by 2, 3-1. Johnson does dig that one out. Odegaard sets it up left side. The push over by Harris, and they cannot make the pancake save. Olivia Harris with the kill. Patriots trail 3-2. Bashan will come back in. Going to the bench is Blasius. Rapid City Stevens, a quick 4-0 lead now, 4-1 over Dakota Valley in the second set there. And that is a kill by Briley Whitehat. Stands in the middle, gets that big arm up there. puts it away, and Todd County up by a deuce again. 4-2, Messias, their libero. And that will go deep. 4'10". I always wonder if she's going to make it over the net. Most of her short serves rather have been to just beyond the 10-foot line. That one goes beyond the baseline, and the Patriots on the serving error down by 1. Archer will send it deep. Whipple pops it up. Brady, and that was going out. Bashan plays it. And push over on the joust. Whipple wins the battle. Falcons win the point, 5-3. Ironheart will come back in for Briley Whitehat. Ironheart goes back to serve. Hot Springs over Lakota Tech now 30-29. New Holy, Odegaard, Harris down the line. Popped up there by Whitehat. Whipple with the swing off the block and off the body. New Holy gets it over. Any way you can. I saw one go off a shoulder last year at South Dakota Mines contest, and that kill by Bashan brings the Patriots to within 1, 5-4. He's watching the Mines scrimmage as they get ready to cover their volleyball action this year. And one of the hits went over off a kick, which I didn't think was legal in volleyball, but it was a scrimmage. Maybe it wasn't, but they let it fly. Johnson pushes it up to Vernon. At the net, the rejection by Iron Horse as Riley LaJoy tried to come up with the kill. Falcons back up by 2, 6-4. Lakota Tech now is taking a 1-point lead, 31-30. Lots of extra swings in this opening match on court number 4. The setup, the quick pop over, and that's going to be out. Iron Horse tried to get a quick kill to the far sideline cross court, and Lakota Tech comes up with the win, 32-30. So they will advance to play St. Thomas More in that side of the silver bracket. Roll it over here, and Johnson and Vernon right between the two of them. Falcons up 7-5. So Lakota Tech will regroup. They'll go right back to work against the Lady Cavs. Glacius pops it up. Vernon sends it across. New Holy has to free ball at Whipple. They'll set it up front, push over by Whitehat. Vernon will set it. No, she pushes it over, tried to find the donut hole. Getting a hand on it was Betelgeuse, but off to the side it went, and the Patriots down by 1. Ramsey Johnson will be serving for Douglas. The libero with the spin. Her teammates weren't ready to go. They heard the slap and the put away by Bree Whitehat off the block attempt by Archer. And Todd County takes a 2-point lead, and they get their big hitter, Briley Whitehat, back in on the rotation. Kaisley Brady to serve. Spin the lefty. Sends a dropping knuckleball, and that'll be an ace. If you have a good knuckleball serve, there seems to be drafts going on down on the floor because those knuckleball serves are moving like a knuckleball should. 9 serving 6. This time Glacius handles it up to Vernon. Bad set, but the put away on the rollover by Archer. Deflected off one of the Todd County players, kept the backline defense from getting a line on it. And Douglas back to within 2, 7 serving 9. That is Odegaard, back to Whipple. They'll set it near side, Bree Whitehat. Can't put it away, push it back deep. Whipple to Brady. Ironheart got it over. New Holy with the swing, blocked at the net. Briley Whiteheart was there. I don't think that was clearing the net. Falcons up by 3, 10-7. 10-3 score. Rapid City Stevens leading Dakota Valley, trailing 1-0 in the semifinal of the gold bracket. Kept alive. Ramsey Johnson from the 10-foot line smacks it hard. Libero actually behind the 10-foot line. Hard off the hands of Betelgeuse, and the Patriots trailing 8 serving 10 with New Holy on the serving duties. Sends it back. Messias pops it up into the net. Little confusion on the initial setup there for Todd County. They hustled to get in the proper alignment. Douglas down by 1. 10-9 lead for Todd County as New Holy sends the ball over. Whipple with the pop-up. Brady on the swing and the kill. That is Betelgeuse on the front line put away. Falcons lead back to 2, 11-9. Sias drops it in front of Ramsey Johnson, up front to Odegaard. Vachon with the swing, and that is just inside the far corner. She goes cross-court deep. Lead for Todd County, back to 1. Ramsey Johnson will come out. We'll bring LaJoye back in. It's on the front line now with Harris and Vachon. Archer takes a run and the jump with the serve, and that'll be an ace for Riley Archer. Ties it at 11 apiece. I just looked over at Dakota Valley, and that hit off of the shoulder of the Raider player sent the ball about 30 feet in the air. Tried to free the ball over, just got it over the net, drops to the floor. Falcons with the point. They lead at 12-11. It's Claire Munch on that hit for Dakota Valley, Northern Iowa commit. Quite possibly the best player in this tournament. She was last year when Dakota Valley won that championship. The Sean into the net, or under the net, and the point goes to Todd County. Had the kill, land in bounds. But on the violation, Todd County takes a 2-point lead, 13-11. Ironheart with a lollipop serve to New Holy. Backs up by Odegaard, pushed over by Harris. Rejected at the net by Iron Horse. Todd County's opened up a 3-point lead now at 14-11. And they net that one. Neither of these teams can stand that prosperity. It seems like every time they have a little momentum, there's a hitting error into the net on the serve. Patriots down by 2. 12 serving 14. Vernon back on the floor. Be rolled over by Whitehat. Vernon will set. LaJoye in the back court. Diving for it was Bree Whitehat. LaJoye with the kill. Patriots down by 1, 14-13. And it would be Vernon setting up for serve number 2 on this rotation, trying to tie things up. Sends it deep and out. So a serving error after a point. Kill the big momentum. 15-13, Todd County with the lead. The swing by Douglas, couldn't put it away. A sliding save by Betelgeuse. Because this match is running a little bit long, they've moved the semifinal match that was supposed to happen on this court to court number 1. That is Custer and Brookings in the gold bracket. Popped up in the air, and the donut shot put away by Bree Whitehat. Douglas won the first set here, 30-28. Todd County with the lead, 16-14 here in set number 2. Iron Horse with the serve. Goes deep to Ramsey Johnson. Vernon with the set. LaJoye sends a far corner. That was just a rescue me shot. The pass was behind her, but nobody home defensively, and the Patriots down by 1 again. Ramsey Johnson will be serving 15-16. Stevens up by 7 over Dakota Valley, 16-9. Whipple on the rescue, the push over. Ramsey Johnson with the dive. Vernon pushes it over. Knocked up in the air by Ironheart. They'll try left side, and whiffing on the kill attempt is Betelgeuse. That ties it at 16 apiece here. Dakota Valley has hit double digits. They trail by 6 against Rapid City Stevens, 16-10. Flipping the net, that will be an ace. Todd County, not for lack of trying. 4 bodies hit the floor trying to come up with the play. But the Patriots have their first lead, I believe, here in the second set. 17-16, Ramsey Johnson to serve for Douglas. New Holy, Archer, and Jaden Gray, the front line for the Patriots. That will be saved in and pushed over by Ironheart. Looked like it was going to turn into an ace. Gray sets it up. New Holy with the swing, rejected at the net. Archer sends it too deep on the rollover, and we are tied again at 17 apiece. So court number 1 will be the gold bracket semifinal. Custer against Brookings. We're action here on court number 2. New Holy pushes it over, finds the donut hole. Patriots up by 1, 18-17. Court 3, it's Rapid City Stevens leading Dakota Valley 17-11. Now 12, I thought it was a Dakota Valley point. There'll be Lakota Tech and St. Thomas More semifinal in the silver bracket on court number 4 here at the Summit. Free ball over by Briley Whitehat. Overpass knocked down by Bree Whitehat. Returned by Archer, and Archer with the point. Patriots have taken a 2-point lead. So a little net action there. We have a timeout on the floor. 19-17, Patriots up by 2. We're back in 1 minute on liveticket.tv.
For cash, every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
19-17, Patriots with the lead. They won set number 1, 30-28. Todd County had been leading through most of this second set. The Patriots put together a rally. Here's Odegaard on the serve, sends it back to Whipple. Front line, Riley Whitehat into the net. And the Patriots first to 20. They lead at 20-17. Odegaard to serve it up. Just right of the middle. Whipple bumps it off to the right side. Brady, free ball over by Whitehat, and that falls between the diving Ramsey Johnson and Ashlyn Blazes. Falcons trail by 2, 18 serving 20. Bree Whitehat, Johnson up front to Odegaard. Reaching back for it was Harris, made a good play to get it over the net. Johnson pushes it over. Sias pops it up. Briley Whiteheart free balls it over. Odegaard will set. Back row hit by Johnson. Played by Whitehat on the back row. Whipple with the big swing, and off the arms of Archer. Falls to the floor. The Falcons with the point. They're down by 1 now. We had extra swings in the first set. Falcons trail here 19-20. Johnson one time over. Set to Whipple. Swings. Johnson pops it up front to Odegaard. Sets it over to New Holy. Goes cross court. Whipple with the dig. Overpass. Sets it up for the Patriots. They've got to free ball it over. A little confusion, but they finally decide who's going to get the hit. Briley Whitehat. Johnson with the dive. Another dive by Blasius, and Odegaard free balls it over. Great hustle by the Patriots. On the swing and the kill, that is Betelgeuse. Little slide action, sent it cross court. We're tied at 20 apiece. The Raider lead now down to 1. Dakota Valley on the serve. Raiders up 19-18. Trying to avoid the sweep. Blasius with the dig. Odegaard sets it up. Deep hit by Harris. Come near side, Whipple goes deep. Blasius with the pickup. Odegaard pushes it over. The set at the net. Betelgeuse rejected by New Holy, and the Patriots up by 1, 21-20. Stevens and Dakota Valley tied 19 apiece. Dakota Valley won the first set. 25-19. No, that's not right. 25-17. New Holy with the serve here. 21-20 Patriot lead. Briley Whitehat blocked at the net. Rejected, and then Archer flips it over. (22-20). Thought for a moment I had it wrong. They had it 21-21 up on the board. It's New Holy on the serve into the net. That's at least 3 or 4 by both teams after a point where they've had a service error and given away the momentum. The libero Messias sends a knuckleball back to New Holy. At the net, won by Archer. Whipple and Harris. Oh, the ball's still alive. Patriots thought they had the point. Odegaard sets it up. Bashan with the swing. Whipple with the dig. Back row hit. Bree Whitehat, that is just out. And the Patriots up by 2, 23-21. Dakota Valley is taking the lead now over Rapid City Stevens, 20-19. Riley LaJoy in as Miley Archer will set to serve. LaJoy, Bashan, and Harris front line. Diving dig by Whipple. At the net, LaJoy out jousted, but she comes up with the save. Bashan sends it deep. Whitehat up front. Briley Whitehat will roll it over. Archer one time over. Roll over there by Todd County. Push over by Harris. Brady sets it. Whipple swings. Archer sends it up in the air. Odegaard will set it up. Be a free ball over for New Holy, and she comes up with a winner. Over the head, free ball just cleared the net. Bree Whitehat diving at it, and the Patriots are at set point, match point, 24-21. They will take on Custer should they hang on to win here. We've seen those leads disappear. Archer out dueled at the net by Harris. LaJoy, Odegaard, Bashan, swing off the block. Pancake save! LaJoy couldn't put it away. At the net, LaJoy does on the block. Give the Patriots the 25-21 win, and Douglas will advance to the semifinals. They will take on, forgot who they're playing. They will take on Belle Fourche, who defeated Lee Deadwood. So that will be coming up next year on this same court. They were supposed to play on court 1, but because this match took so long, they moved the semifinal of the gold bracket between Brookings and Custer to that court. 22-21 now on court number 3, Dakota Valley, now 22-22. Dakota Valley and Rapid City Stevens. We're going to take a break. We'll come back for the next Douglas matchup against Belle Fourche. This is Douglas Patriot Volleyball on GoPatriotsLive.com, part of the LiveTicket.com network. Raiders have just put away a point, 23-22. You can go over to GoRaiders.com. Or we'll just keep it right here, and you'll have double coverage. Raiders with the serve. That was Munch, Claire Munch. I've only done one Raiders matchup, so I don't have all of theirs, and that is Kimball, I believe, number 10, another of the big arms for Dakota Valley, and we're tied at 23 apiece there. Libero for Dakota Valley spins it, sends it back. No, that's Aurora Prudich. Larson with the kill. The Raiders at set point. Set number 2, Dakota Valley 1. Raiders trying to keep their drive alive here for a championship at the Rapid City Volleyball Tournament. Dakota Valley, the defending champ, defeated Rapid City Central in the finals. Cobblers thought they had a chance to get there, but they were upset by Brookings. The number 8 seed, the block at the net. Point goes to Dakota Valley. We're going to have extra swings in this one. So extra coverage, extra swings as we get ready for the Douglas matchup against Belle-Fourche. They'll get some warm-up time. We'll keep it here. Prudich blocked at the net. Rejection, that is Larson. I believe that's her name. So I've only covered one Raider match. I was against Rapid City Central. Either a freshman or a sophomore. With the serve, big save by Libero. Munch with the rollover. Set to Prudich. Big save. Good save by the Raiders. Back line, tap it over. The other Munch sister sends it over, saved by the Raiders. Big rally going. And that save cannot be made. The big swinger, I think it's Kimball, number 10. Took a little off that one. Dropped it in between the defense, and we are tied on this one at 25 apiece. Dug out by Macy Davis, and there's a put away. That was Prudich. And it'll be Prudich, the former Cobbler, to serve for Rapid City Stevens. Pancake save and went right into the face of number 15. (26-26) at the net. Raiders control. Roll it back corner, and the Raiders take the lead, 27-26. Prudich, no, not Prudich. Number 2 on the serve for the Raiders. We're tied at 27. Power smash by, I think that was Bunch for Dakota Valley off the block, went way back. The other Bunch sister, I forget what her first name is, on the serve. There's Claire Bunch, couldn't put that one away. Swing by the Raiders, played by Dakota Valley, push it over, and that one is going to hurt. That is what we've been talking about from Claire Bunch off the noggin of the Raiders, and set point, match point now for Dakota Valley. The other Bunch sister, Prudich. Raiders couldn't put it away, but at the net, Addison Benson comes up with the kill. Ties it at 28 apiece. Finally got a roster up here for the Raiders. Aspen Montague will come in to serve, one of the captains for the Raiders. She is number 11. The libero, Macy Davis, number 10, Prudich, number 7 on the back line. Back set, Bunch with the hit, and she is out. And the Raiders now at set point trying to keep their hopes alive. Up front for the Raiders Avery Krause is number 5. Number 1 is Addison Benson, and number 15, Brooke Larson. Larson, just a sophomore, has had a good season so far. Bunch pushes it over. Pancake save cannot be made. Donut shot comes through and ties it up for Dakota Valley, 29 apiece. And Claire Bunch, Northern Iowa commit, on the serve for Dakota Valley. Be dug up by Prudich. The setup, Benson on the net. Point to Dakota Valley. Under the net. Set point, match point again. Claire Bunch looking to put it away and advance to the finals. Sends it deep to Prudich. Set up, Larson will roll it over. Bunch back up front to Sister Bunch, 10 foot. Bunch tried to push it over. Ball still live, she'll roll it over. Davis, back set. Larson cross court. Dakota Valley will set up. Sends it deep. Prudich pops it up in the air. Montague with the set, and the Raiders can't come up with the save. And Dakota Valley, 31-29, upends number 2 seed, Rapid City Stevens. Let's see if I can get my right teams in my right spot here. 31-29. So it'll be Dakota Valley taking on the winner of Custer Brookings, which has started over on court number 1. They are tied at 6 apiece. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with Douglas Patriot volleyball as we continue with coverage from the Rapid City Volleyball Tournament on GoPatriotsLive.com with Ramsey Johnson. She's a riot to watch. We'll be back on LiveTicket.tv.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days can snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. That's why we offer a fully transparent buying process and a 14-day exchange program, because we care about Rapid City, the community we've been serving for generations and plan to serve for many more. McKee Ford. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at mckeeford.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Douglas and Belle-Fourche in the silver bracket semifinal game. Vernon getting the start here in the second set. Swing by Nell, and she puts it away. Belle-Fourche with a quick 1-0 lead for Belle-Fourche. They are starting with Denali Larson, Sid Pelster. The libero is Landon Herman. Aurora Voiles wears number 15. Number 7 is Reagan Hatling. Number 4, Maya Nowajeski. Vernon sets it up. Archer couldn't put it away. Try it again. This time to Newholy on the left side. Nell pops it up in the air. Backs up by Pelster. The swing, that's going to be too far and out of bounds for Voiles. ties it up at 1 apiece. Right now, just action on the 2 courts to the left. Brookings and Custer. Custer leading 16-14 here in the first set. And that kill put away for the Bronx by Denali Larson. Coach Mike Clark sitting in, I believe, for Sarah Tucker today. Have not seen her. Bellefouche coached by first-year coach Sierra Kiltz. Harris with the kill. No. Yes. A lift. Good effort by the Lady Bronx to keep it alive, but called for the lift, and it's a 2-2 ball game here as New Holy will serve. Bashan rotates in. Joins Archer and Harris on the front line for the Patriots. Noah Jeske with the swing. Noah Jeske with the kill. She's got the big arm for the Lady Bronx and puts Bellefouche up by 1, 3-2. Denali Larson back to serve. Right-hander takes one big step and sends it back to Ramsey Johnson. Spins it around to Odegaard. Bashan sends it cross court into the net. Rolled over by Hatling, and the down official comes up and adjusts something and gives the point to Bellefouche. 4-2. Bellefouche with the lead. Larson takes her second swing on the serve. That'll be handled by New Holy. Odegaard. Ramsey Johnson hammers the ball over and drops it in for the kill. Again, another save me swing, and it fell in front of the rear line defense. Ryder the Joy will replace Johnson in the lineup as Archer sets to serve. Dig by Noah Jeske, up front Hatling with the swing. And we have a net violation by Douglas. Bellefouche up 5-3. Olivia Sutter steps on the floor for the Bronx. She will serve. So up front for Bellefouche, it's Pelster, Hatling, and Noah Jeske. Sutter on the serve, Nell and Herman on the back line. Harris blocked at the net by Noah Jeske. Douglas keeps it alive. Bashan with the swing, the block out of bounds. Hatling was there. Ramsey Johnson will check back in. Vernon also comes back in. Odegaard goes out, and also on the front line will be Jaden Gray. Gray, Bashan, and LaJoy on the front line. Vernon with the serve. Back set, Noah Jeske down the line to New Holy. Vernon pushes it over, tried to get it to the back corner. And the one-handed save by Pelster goes into the bench. Patriots have tied it up at 5 apiece. St. Thomas More in set 2, leading Lakota Tech 4-1. Point goes to Bellefouche. No, to Douglas. Thought they pointed the way of Bellefouche. Vernon just clears the net. Herman pops it up. Push over by Pelster, played by the Patriots. They'll set it to Bashan. She finds the donut. No, pancake save. Pelster got it over. Ramsey Johnson sends it deep. They want a touch. I think the touch came from her own teammate as LaJoy went up as a decoy. Johnson from the 10-foot line smacked it too hard. 6-6. Vernon pushes it over. Hatling got a hand on it. Hatling hits it over off the return from Nell. On the line, that is in. For the Patriots, they're up by 1, 7-6. Second set, I believe St. Thomas More won the first against Lakota Tech. The only other match going on at the moment is one to our left, Brookings and Custer. Nell with the swing. Set, right side, New Holy. Bad set, got her leaning out of bounds, and she couldn't get her arm around to make the play. We're tied at 7 apiece. Larson will come back in. Hatling sits down. Herman, the libero, on the serve. The ball came over from the Custer Brookings matchup. So we'll try it again. Herman to serve it up. Johnson pops it up in the air. Vernon sets it. LaJoy with the swing. Played by Nowajewski on the back line. That was a bad pass. Nell able to make it over the net. Rejection. Johnson with the diving save. Gray over to New Holy. Rolls it back line. Nowajewski. They will try Nell again, and that is a kill. Belfouche up 8-7. St. Thomas More and Lakota Tech semifinal. St. Thomas More beat Paialuta, Hot Springs, and Lakota Tech went extra swings. Lakota Tech came up with the win in their first round games. Here it's 8-7 Belfouche. Johnson digs it off the floor. Vernon sets it up. New Holy has to free ball it over. They will set it left side. Nell pushes it down the line. Vernon saves it. Johnson pushes it. They'll set center. Hook it over to the left side. Great shot that time by Denali Larson. Saw the opening across the way and just hooked it over. Puts Belfouche up by 2, 9-7. Herman bounced the ball a couple of times, spins it, sends it over at the right hand. Johnson bumps it up front. The bump set to New Holy. Swings it over. The pushover by Pelster gets called for the lift. No, lift is called on, well, let's see. Okay, I thought the lift was on Pelster because Douglas didn't really play it. The official sometimes pointing the different way that the point goes. 9-8, Belfouche with the lead. Johnson looked like she had an ace. They chased it all the way into the bench to make the save. Vernon pushes it over. Free ball over by Nell. Johnson, Vernon, Archer with the swing and off the block gets the point, tied up at 9 apiece. Best 2 out of 3. Winner will go on to play in the Silver Bracket Championship against the winner of the St. Thomas More Lakota Tech match, and that is a service error by Johnson. Point goes to Belfouche. They're up by 1 now, 10-9. Pelster will serve for the Lady Bronx. Looks at a back line of Johnson, Blasius, and New Holy. Blasius will play it. Vernon will set it up front. Nope, New Holy has to free ball it from the back line, and that goes into the official stand, tying it up at 10. Custer over Brookings the first set. Didn't catch the final score. It flashed off the board before I could see after the announcement. We are tied at 10 apiece here. Odegaard back in. Nell digs it off the floor. And Denali Larson puts it away. Belfouche back up 1, 11-10. Emma Nell sends it back line. New Holy. Odegaard pushes it back corner. Nell with the save. Pelster up front. Push down the near sideline. Diving save by Johnson. Odegaard knocks it over. They'll set it. Center Larson taps it over. Douglas will have to roll it. Back set. The swing. Saved by Odegaard. Johnson will set it up front. New Holy with the free ball. Rear corner. Nell again coming in from out of bounds. Back and forth, and finally the kill put away by Harris. Neither team really ever got their offense untracked on that possession. But Harris ties it up at 11 apiece. New Holy bounces the ball a couple of times before letting her serve cross the net. Herman with the dig. Pelster with the set. Larson with the swing. Johnson comes up with it. Odegaard sets it. Bashan has her shot blocked at the net. Nojeski tries to push it over. Harris wins the battle at the net, though, and Douglas takes a 1-point lead at 12-11. St. Thomas More leads Lakota Tech in the second set of their match, 14-5. Cavaliers up 1-0 there. New Holy sends it back line. Nojeski on the return. Comes up front, knocks it out of bounds. Off the set from Larson. Nojeski trying to fine line it too much, and the Patriots lead now at 2, 13-11. Served by New Holy, dug out by Herman, set up. Donut hole attempt, but New Holy's there. Harris taps it over the defense, sliding save by Herman. Pelster pushes it over. Johnson up front to Odegaard. No, she puts it over and doesn't set it up. Middle swing, Larson, and there is Archer with the block. And we have a timeout with Douglas leading 14-11. Over on court number 4, St. Thomas More with a 15-6 lead over Lakota Tech. On court 1, they're just getting ready to start the second set. Custer won the first set. Winner will have the Dakota Valley Panthers waiting for them. Dakota Valley sweeping Rapid City Stevens in the semifinal match. Looked like the Raiders were going to come up with the second set victory, and
this is Central's.
Instead it was Dakota Valley making a big comeback. I think Stevens had a lead of about 7 at one point. And Dakota Valley, just too many big hitters. Out of the timeout, the Patriots with a 3-point lead, 14-11. New Holy sends it back. Herman pops it up a little close to the net. Nojeski pops it over with one hand. Johnson sets to Bashan, rolls it over. Pelster up front. Bashan will hit it off the hand of Nojeski. Couldn't come up with it, too hot to handle. The Patriots lead now at 4, 15-11. First set of this semifinal match. New Holy's serve handled by Herman. Bad set. Good save. Bashan hits the cord, falls in. So it hit the cord, went over the hands of the blockers, fell on the floor, and the Patriots up by 5. Better be lucky than good sometimes. Patriots will take it. 5-point lead. New Holy continues her run from the service line. Nell digs it up off one knee. Push over by Voiles. Odegaard back set. Harris taps it over. Voiles keeps it alive. Nojeski pops it up in the air. Pelster pushes it over to Odegaard. To Johnson. Harris blocked at the line. The diving save attempt by Odegaard goes into the stanchion. And Belfouche stops the run. They trail it by 4. It will be Denali Larson serving 12-16 here in set number 1. Belfouche advanced with a win over Lee Deadwood. Douglas down Todd County. Bashan from the 10-foot line sends it back row to Nell. Pelster. Nojeski outside the antenna. Did her best to try and get it angled around, but off the pass from the baseline. Bad angle there. Patriots with a 5-point lead again. 17 serving 12. Miley Archer sends it deep to Nell, and that'll be an ace. Archer put it right at the ankles of Nell, and Nell's hit went off to the side. Nojeski couldn't track it down. And the Douglas lead sits at 6, 18-12 as Archer will send it back to Herman this time. Pelster with the set, middle, and that is just in. by Reagan Hatling, who's come back in. Just put it in the near corner. I'll give the serve back to Sutter, who checks in to do the duties. 18-13, Patriot lead. St. Thomas More up 22-9 in the second set against Lakota Tech. Odegaard set up. Harris sends it deep. Nell pops it up front. Hatling will push it over. Bashan with the dig. Nowajewski pushes it. Johnson up front. Bashan! Looked like Johnson was trying to push it over the net. Bashan comes over with the left hand, pops it in the donut hole, and Patriots lead it by 6, 19-13. Rotation in would be Vernon and Gray. So Gray, LaJoy, Bashan up front, New Holy, Johnson, and on the service, Vernon on the back line. And that will be an ace. Nell and Herman were both there. A little confusion as to who's going to take it. Off the right forearm of Nell. Goes flying out of bounds. Patriots hit 21st. They're up by 7. Same type of confusion. Nowajewski keeps it alive. Pelster knocks it over. Johnson with a short bump to Vernon. Push over by Gray. Back over to Nowajewski, and she will get the kill. The set was a little high, so she didn't get a lot of power behind it, but there was a big hole between New Holy and Johnson on that back defensive line for Douglas. And it will be Nowajewski on the serve. 14 serving 20 in set number 1. Johnson will bump it up front to Vernon. Set it left side and into the net. Gray tried to get there, but had no play on it. The set was too close to the net. Belfouche down by 5. 20-15, Patriots with the lead. Both teams 1 and 2 yesterday. That's how they ended up here in the silver bracket. Johnson pops it up to Vernon. LaJoy rolls it over. Nowajewski up front. That is Pelster with the rollover and clipped the net. And the Patriots couldn't handle it. Belfouche on a little bit of a run here. Put together back-to-back points. They were down by 6, now down by 4. 20-16, Douglas with the lead. Nowajewski on the serve. Leash is a sophomore. We have a ball on the court. Nowajewski will have to go through the spin and bounce again. St. Thomas More 1 point away from set match. Are up 24-12. And that will be a service fault by Nowajewski. You get in that zone and then you have that interruption like the ball coming on the floor, maybe just enough to interrupt that mental aspect of the service game. We'll put together a couple of points back-to-back. 21-16 now, the lead back to 5. Herman goes up front, back set. Hatling will send a high popper back. Vernon sets it, back row. Johnson, free ball over. Nell comes around the antenna. Diving, trying to make the save was Blasius. The point goes to Belfouche. They're back to within 4 now. Be 17 serving 21 as the libero, Herman, will line up, turns sideways, and then rolls it over from the right side. Blasius, Johnson will spin it over. The set, middle, Larson drops it in, and the save not made by Blasius. Belfouche closing the gap. 21-18, Patriot lead. Herman sets to serve from the right side. Dug up by Blasius, set by Herman. LaJoy tries to hook it over, goes out of bounds. Belfouche now within a deuce. Trying to tie things up here. Set number 1, down by 2. Johnson pops it up off the net and out. Belfouche has hit 20. St. Thomas More, 25-14 over Lakota Tech. They will go on to the finals, face the winner of this matchup. Herman pops it up in the air, back set over the net by Pelster. And they're going to call Pelster, I think, for a double hit. 22-20 now, Douglas with the lead. Ramsey Johnson will serve. Back to Herman. Front set, Larson with the swing, ends up on the Douglas side of the net. They can't control it, 21-22. Brookings has taken a 7-point lead over Custer, 13-6, trying to even that semifinal up. Winner will play Dakota Valley, who's lounging out here on court number 3, waiting for somebody to come give them a contest. Out of bounds on the hit, ties it up at 22 apiece. The spin, the hit by Pelster on the serve. Johnson pops it back, and Patriots can't get to it. That'll be an ace. Belfouche up by 1 now, 23-22. The Patriots had command. And now it's Belfouche who's taken control. Timeout taken by Douglas, down by 1, 23-22. We're back in 30 on GoPatriotsLive.com and LiveTicket.tv.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Day 2 of the Rapid City Volleyball Tournament. We are in semifinal action in the silver bracket with Douglas and Belfouche. St. Thomas More just disposed of Lakota Tech in 2 sets. They will play in the silver bracket championship against the winner of this matchup. Rapid City Stevens dropped by Dakota Valley 2-0. Hard-fought match by Rapid City Stevens, but the hitter's just too big and too strong on Dakota Valley. They came from behind. Raiders had a 7-point lead at one point in that second set. Dakota Valley comes back to win it. Here, it's 23-22. Belfouche is taking control of this match, and Nell pushes it over at the net. The Patriots managed to get it over. An over-the-head point for Archer ties it at 23 each. Rotation back in will be Odegaard and Harris. Harris up front with New Holy and Archer. Glacius, Johnson, and Odegaard, the back line. For Lady Bronx, Wade on the back line. Pelster, Nell, Nowajewski, and it'll be Herman fielding it. Set up. Larson goes cross court. Glacius with the save. New Holy with the hit. Herman digs it. The set. Rollover by Larson. Odegaard sets to Harris. Goes back to Nowajewski on the back line. Nell hammers it deep. Johnson plays it. Push over by Odegaard. Set. Nell near side. Odegaard got a hand on it. New Holy will push it back line. Nowajewski puts it up front. Nell pushes it over, but into the net it goes. The Patriots at set point, 24-23. The serve by Odegaard sends Herman to her knees. Pelster knocked it up in the air. Nell knocks it over, and we have a replay. Ball from the Custer Brookings match rolls onto the floor. We'll try it again. 24-23. Patriots trying to put away set number 1. Here in this other silver bracket semifinal match, Nell kind of off target, but they recovered. Larson pushes it over, and it's going to be a lift against Denali Larson. She banged into teammate, and the Patriots win set 1, 25-23.
If they win again.
Got surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance at State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days could snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every...
The Summit at the Monument, day 2 of the Rapid City Volleyball Tournament. Here's where we are today in the first round in the silver bracket. Belle-Fourche defeated Lee Deadwood Douglas over Todd County. They are playing right now in the semifinals. St. Thomas More in the other half of the silver bracket defeated Mapia-Luta. Lakota Tech over Hot Springs, and St. Thomas More awaits the winner of this matchup as they down Lakota Tech. On the gold bracket side, Brookings upset number 1 Rapid City Central 25-23, 25-23. Custer over Cheyenne South. Custer and Brookings right now on court 1, trying to see who plays to go face Dakota Valley, who defeated Rapid City Stevens. The Raiders advanced after downing Kadoka area in the first round, while Dakota Valley disposed of Hill City. So Dakota Valley and St. Thomas More awaiting the winners of the game or matches going on right now on courts 1 and 2. It will be Douglas to serve to open up set number 2. Odegaard sends it over. Nell on the runner. New Holy. Johnson will hit it over. Diving save by Herman. Larson punches it over. Archer kept it alive. Odegaard and New Holy hits it into the net. Belle-Fourche on the board first. It is Pelster, Nowaczewski, and Herman on the back row for Belle-Fourche. Up front, it is Larson, Voiles, and Nell. Odegaard sets. New Holy comes up, rolls it over, got the kill. So makes up for the hitting error, ties it up at 1 apiece. Deshawn will check in as Blasius will sit down. New Holy we rotate back to serve. Front line now for Douglas is Bashan, Harris, and Archer. A little miscommunication. That results in an ace. Nell and Herman look at each other as they both stepped away. Douglas took the first set, 25-23. Best 2 out of 3. And we have a delay here now. New Holy lets it fly just over the net. Now with the diving save. Free ball over. And it was a double hit. Herman and Pelster both on the ball. and neither of them get the ball to clear. 3-1 lead for the Douglas Patriots. Patriots have played well today. New Holy back to Nell. Near side, Larson with a big swing, and that is off the block of Harris, and Archer stays in. On the Patriots side, Belfouche down by 1 now. Nell back to serve. 3-2 Patriot lead. Now with the right hand, sends a sinker to Johnson. Odegaard pushes it back corner. She saw it open and got it there. Got it over the head of Herman, and Nell coming from the right side after serving. Not able to come up with the play either, and the Patriots have doubled up the Bronx 4-2. Miley Archer has had a good second day. That was a wicked-looking serve. Barely cleared the net, didn't get into the back row. Played, though, by Belfouche, but they can't play that one. Bashan puts it away, and the Patriots lead at 5-2. Archer, a few pounds of the ball, arm straight out, right hand, goes between the lines again. Nell, that'll be another ace for Archer, and the Patriots up by 4, 6-2. Brookings and Custer have split the first 2 sets in their match. Ready for set number 3 to see who goes on to play Dakota Valley. Dakota Valley just kind of hanging out, semi-watching this match. Not seemingly really paying too much attention to the Brookings-Custer match. They were in the same pool as Brookings, so they've played them once already. I'm not sure what we have for the delay here, but the down official with a question. Now we play. Archer sends it back to Nowajewski. Bumped up front by Pelster, rolled over by Larson. Archer to Odegaard. Harris goes back corner. Pelster was waiting. Nowajewski blocked at the net, and that is LaJoy with the block and the point for the Patriots. 7-2, Douglas with the lead. They seem to be gaining confidence as the day goes on. Swing goes deep to Nell, popped up. Pelster, bad pass, and that will be outside the antenna. Nowajewski been caught over there a couple of times. And the Patriot lead stands at 6. See how the Patriots stand prosperity here. Archer sends it back. Nell pops it up. Pelster will back set it. Voiles with the swing. The diving save by Archer, but goes into the net. And Belfouche with the point. Trails 8-3. Johnson will come in. Archer will sit down. And it will be Larson to tee it up for the Bronx. One big step, lets it fly. New Holy to Odegaard. Back set Harris, goes cross court, off the hands of Pelster. Played by Nell, rolled over by Voiles. Johnson digs it out. Odegaard sets it up. Bashan lets it fly. Dig by Nell, push over by Nowajewski. Johnson sets it to Bashan down the line. And Nell rolls it over off the tip from LaJoy. Set to Bashan. That's going to be too deep. Didn't get on top of it. And the Patriot lead is 4 now. 4 serving 8. Larson will take the big step and the big hammer. New Holy, every time she hits it above her head, it sounds like she's using her fist. Hartling has come in. She rolls it over. Johnson sets it up. Harris down the near side. Larson has it. Voiles with the swing off the set, right back at Hartling. Johnson rolls it over. Nowajewski on the run, taps it over. Odegaard digs. Johnson pushes it, finds the donut. No, pancake save. Try it again. Odegaard sets. Bashan swings. Nowajewski got a hand on it. Pelster sets it. Voiles free ball over. Johnson pops it up to Odegaard. Backside Harris sends it down. A hand on it by Larson. Misdirected the ball away from the other defenders, and the Patriots up by 5 again, 9-4. Set number 2, best of 3. Douglas won the first set, 25-23. They will play St. Thomas More Lady Cavaliers in the Silver Bracket Championship. And that is an ace. Nell again off the right forearm. She's had a couple of those. Patriots hit double digits first. They lead it by 6, 10-4. Deep shot. Nell plays it in front of her. Roll over by Noah Jeske at the net, and the point goes to the Patriots. So I don't know if that went into the net or if it was actually blocked by LaJoy and then hit off of Lady Bronx, but it's an 11-4 lead either way for the Patriots. Timeout on the court. We're back in 1 minute on liveticket.tv.
Produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Things were a little different back in 19.
Set number 2. It will be Vernon on the service for the Patriots. Johnson, New Holy rather, in the back line. Front line of the Joy, Gray, and Bashan. The setup for Hartling, sends it just inside the back line. It looked like it was going to be long and just kind of died. So it'll be Sutter coming in for the Lady Bronx to serve, trailing by 6, 5 serving 11. Brookings with a 4-2 lead over Custer. They're tied at 1 set apiece. Winner plays Dakota Valley. Sutter with the serve. Bashan with the dig. Vernon with the set. The swing gets over the net, returned, and then deep in the corner, the diving attempted to save by, that is Nell, number 10, gives a point to Douglas, 12-5. Rotate Blasius back in. Bashan sits down. Front line now of New Holy, Gray, and LaJoy. Dig by the Patriots. Free ball over by New Holy. Bronx reset. Noah Jeske with a big swing. Great save by Ramsey Johnson. Noah Jeske will try it again from the 10-foot line. Diving save by Blasius one time over. They'll try it again. Noah Jeske down the line. Johnson with a dive, but this time can't get it in the field of play. And the point goes to the Bronx. They went to the well 3 times. Noah Jeske, the 3rd time was the charm. Cuts the lead to 6. The Patriots have doubled up Belfouche 12-6. Noah Jeske, her serve handled by Johnson. New Holy rolls it over. Noah Jeske bumps it up front. Pelster with the set. Hartling with the push and pushed right back on her head by New Holy. And the Patriots up by 7. Archer back on the front line, along with New Holy and Gray. Johnson with the serve. Pop there by Sutter. Bronx have a couple of players run into each other. No harm done. The swing by New Holy finds the back corner, though. And it's a 14-6 lead now for the Douglas Patriots. They're picking up momentum. See if they can keep it going. all the way to the championship matchup against St. Thomas More. Up 1-0, best 2 out of 3. Johnson with the serve, just clears the net. Diving save, that'll be an ace. Sutter got her hands under it, but it didn't go high enough in the air for Pelster to do anything with it. It's a 15-6 lead now. Johnson sends it rear corner. Herman pushes it up front to Pelster. Back set to Hartling. Bump set, swing, New Holy. Herman with the dig. Pelster gets it up front. Free ball over by Nell. Johnson will put it up front to Vernon. Vernon back set. Gray punches it over. Looked like it was going to be in the net. Push over by Nell. Just clears the net. Vernon got the ball between Archer and New Holy. Neither of them able to get to it. So an ugly point, but a point nonetheless for the Lady Broncs. They're down by 8. 7 serving 15, Herman the libero. Their sideways approach. Johnson with the dig of the knuckleball. Johnson with a 10-foot hit, sends it deep, and that will be out. They like to set up Johnson from behind that 10-foot line. Well, the officials, an explanation of some type. Put the point on the board for Bellefouche. They're down by 7. Johnson with the bump. Vernon and Blasius has to knock it over. Nowajewski gets the ball up front. Nell with the swing. Nell with the kill. Looked like it kind of went sideways off her hand. Looked like she was trying to go cross court. Instead, it came down the near sideline with a funky spin on it. Brings Bellefouche to within 6 now. 15-9 Patriot lead. Herman will be fielded by Johnson again. Vernon sets it up. Free ball over by Blasius. Looked like a lot like the last point. Pelster sets it up. Now with the swing. That time goes cross court, but too long. Patriot lead extends back to 7 now, 16-9. Rotation in will be Odegaard to serve. Harris in the front line with New Holy and Archer. Blasius and Johnson, the other two on the floor for the Patriots. Go deep, Nowajewski up front to Pelster. The swing and the kill. That is Larson putting it away. Double digits now for the Broncs. They trail it by 6, 16-10. Boyles on the floor for Bellefouche. Replaces Sutter. Boyles, Nell, and Larson the front line. Set up for New Holy, sends it back row. Nowajewski, they get it up to Nell, taps it down, diving save, ball still up in the air and over the net. Great save by Blasius. New Holy just inside the 10-foot line. Back to Nowajewski. Overpass, Archer sends it deep and inside the back corner. Archer just finds the two white lines coming together, puts Patriots up by 7 now, 17-10. They get to 25 first. They play STM in the Silver Bracket Championship. New Holy sends it deep to Herman. The set, the swing by Larson, blocked at the net. Johnson up front to Odegaard, and Odegaard pushes it back corner. Herman couldn't handle it. 18-10, Douglas with the lead. New Holy with the serve. Herman with the dig, and we are going to replay it as the ball rolls over again from the Custer-Brookings matchup. Looking at the scoreboard, Brookings leads Custer by 6, 13-7. Custer won the first set. Brookings won the second. Brookings trying to advance to the championship against Dakota Valley, whom they've already played once. It was a good matchup yesterday, and that is going to be out on the big swing by Larson. 19-10 lead now for Douglas. That was a tough pool. Dakota Valley, Brookings, St. Thomas More, Mapia Luta. All three, STM, Brookings, and Dakota Valley, probably should have been in this gold bracket. STM would be playing for the championship, though, in the silver. Archer at the net, and that will be 20 now for the Patriots. They've doubled up Belle-Fourche 20-10 in an unlikely run to the Silver Championship. They did not look all that strong yesterday. Their only win came against Lee Deadwood late in the day, and that is an ace, 21-10. But they're playing with some confidence today. Belle-Fourche takes the timeout. They're going to discuss how to keep those last 4 points off the board. We're back in 30 on GoPatriots.com and liveticket.tv.
79. But at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. That's why we offer a fully transparent buying process and a 14-day exchange program. Because we care about Rapid City, the community we've been serving for generations, and plan to serve for many more. McKee Ford. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Service in the hands of New Holy. She's had a good day serving the volleyball. Sends that one deep. Nowaczewski, Pelster, free ball over. New Holy will bump it up. Odegaard will set it up. Bashan will knock it over the net. Deep save. Johnson can't get there. That is Nell with a one-handed kill. Lead back to 10, 21-11. Nell to serve it. New Holy gets tied up. I don't know that would have gone out. That was knuckling down. New Holy rather, and Johnson, little miscommunication. They're still talking it over. See if Nell goes that same spot. That will be out. So service error moves the Patriot lead back to 10, 22-12. Johnson will sit down as Riley LaJoy comes in for the Patriots. Up front with Bashan and Harris. Archer on the serve. Bump up. Bashan goes deep. And the point goes to the Patriots. I think we had somebody under the net, 23-12. So the Patriots 2 points away from advancing to play St. Thomas More in the Silver Bracket Championship. Herman can't handle it. Ace for Archer. She's played very well today. As have the rest of the Patriots. Nobody on Douglas has really played poorly. They played very well together as a team. Archer just clears the net. Nowaczewski one time over. Archer, Odegaard, LaJoy blocked at the net, and that is on the Belle-Fourche side, and the Patriots win the second set 25-12 and advance to play St. Thomas More. We'll have that coverage here on GoPatriots.com. I won't be here. I'm on my way to the Rushmore Bowl. So enjoy the championship game with St. Thomas More. That'll be coming up here, I think, momentarily. So it's been a pleasure covering the Douglas Patriots here today. Hope to see them perhaps throughout the rest of the season once or twice here on liveticket.tv. Welcome to Douglas to our network. So Tom Anderson, thank you all for tuning in to Douglas Patriot Volleyball today on GoPatriotsLive.com and liveticket.tv.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days could snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods, such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. That's why we offer a fully transparent buying process and a 14-day exchange program, because we care about Rapid City, the community we've been serving for generations and plan to serve for many more. McKee Ford. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at mckeeford.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days could snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. That's why we offer a fully transparent buying process and a 14-day exchange program, because we care about Rapid City, the community we've been serving for generations and plan to serve for many more. McKee Ford. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at mckeeford.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home,
Timeout, Douglas.
next big adventure, or start a new business. Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny...
Score is currently 7-0. Up and over, Yanni, Jillian, Ayana, up and over. Ooh. Number 6 for St. Thomas More, Leighton Sure spikes it out. The serve is now Douglas's. You got Emma Odegaard, number 1, serving for Douglas. It's up and it's over. Spike. Number 6, Leighton, got a kill. Score is now 8-1. We got number 2, Caitlin Birdwell, serving for STM. Up and over. Olivia Harris spikes it. All right. Number 11, Kelsey Benda, spikes it out. It's Douglas's serve. We got number 24, Ayana Newholy, serving for Douglas. Up and over. Score is now 8-3. New Holy serving for Douglas. And it's in the net. St. Thomas More's serve. Score is now 9-3. Nicole Blanchard goes for a spike, hits it into the net. Still St. Thomas's More serve. Number 7, Anna Henry, serving for St. Thomas More. Nicole Blanchard for the spike. Gets received. Oof. Emma Odegaard to Ramsey Johnson, and it's over. Number 6, Layton, gets a kill. Score is now 11-3 in the silver bracket. In the gold bracket, we have Brookings playing Dakota Valley. Score is 5 Brookings, 9 Dakota Valley. We have number 7, Anna Henry, serving for St. Thomas More. It's up and over. Free ball from Douglas. Layton goes for the spike, gets another kill. Score is now 13-3, St. Thomas More. Anna Henry serves, it's up and over. Odegaard sets it to Harris, and it's St. Thomas More's point. Anna Henry serving, it's up and over. Odegaard sets it over, Douglas's point. Riley LaJoy just subbed in for Douglas. Miley Archer serving for Douglas. It's up and over. Layton hits it straight into the net. Point Douglas. Miley Archer serving for Douglas. It is up and over. Received. Number 11, Kelsey Benda for a strong spike. And it is not received from Douglas. Point St. Thomas More. Score is now 15-5, St. Thomas More in the first set in the championship of the silver bracket. Alright, we just had Layton, number 6, serving for St. Thomas More. Into the net, and now it's Douglas's serve. Jaden Gray subbing in. Jillian Vernon serving for Douglas. It's up and over. New Holy sets it to Blanchard. It's over, it's received. Blanchard again. Jaden Gray hits it over for a free ball. Alright, number 12, Lauren Papel for St. Thomas More. Spikes it out. It's now Douglas's serve. Score is 15-7. Jillian Vernon serving for Douglas. New Holy spikes it. It's not returned. Point Douglas. Alright, Vernon sets it to LaJoy. And it's a kill. Point Douglas. Score is now 15-9. Still have Vernon serving for Douglas. It's up and over. It's received. Lauren Papel for a kill. Close game in the gold bracket. Score is now tied, 12-12, Brookings and Dakota Valley. We have number 9, Maya Eggleston, serving for STM. It's received. Johnson goes to spike. It's received. Number 2 for STM. All right. It's pushed over. Score is now 17-9. St. Thomas More. Number 9, Eggleston, serving for STM. It's up and over. It's received. And it is out. Point STM. Number 9, Maya Eggleston, serving. It's up and over. Blanchard receives it. Vernon sets it to LaJoy. LaJoy hits it into the net. Score is now 19-9, St. Thomas More. Still have Eggleston serving for STM. It's up and over. Blanchard receives it. Vernon bumps. Johnson passes it over. All right, Caitlin Birdwell for the spike. It's returned. Birdwell for the spike again. It's returned. LaJoy sets it to Blanchard. And it's a kill. Kill for Nicole Blanchard. Score is now 19-10, St. Thomas More. Ashlyn Blasius serves it up and over for Douglas. It's returned. Birdwell for another spike, and it's a kill. Nearly blocked by Jaden Gray. Not strong enough. All right, we got number 10, Wilkening, serving for STM. It's up and it's over. Returned by Johnson. Set by Vernon to LaJoy. It's returned. Anna sets it to Birdwell, and it's out. It's 20-11. St. Thomas More is winning. Ramsey Johnson serving for Douglas. It's returned. Johnson to Vernon to New Holy. Good block by New Holy and Miley Archer. Got Ramsey Johnson serving again for Douglas. Score is 20-12. It's up and over. Received. Anna Henry sets it to, I believe that is Madison Boyle. Anna Henry to Birdwell. Received by Blasius. New Holy bumps it over for a free ball. Henry to Madison. All right, we got number 1, Caitlin Strain up serving again for STM. It's up and it's over. Blasius to Vernon. Spike into the net by Archer. Score is now 22-12 with a 10-point difference. St. Thomas More is winning. Strain serving for SCM. Vernon. It's returned. Henry sets it to Birdwell, and it's blocked. Still returned. Volley is still going. Jaden Grace backs it over. Alright, it's returned from STM. And point STM. New Holy receives. Archer for the spike, and it's out. Back at court. Strains spikes it. It's a serve. Jaden Gray hits it over, and it's a kill. Kill for Douglas. 24-13. Still match point. We have Emma Odegaard serving for Douglas. It is in the net from Emma. That's the match. Set one.
The amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits. But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days can snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security First, the bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
In the silver bracket of the championship, today's monument bracket play. We have Dakota Valley projected to win the first set of the Golden Bracket Championship. It's 24-15. In the silver bracket, we have Emma Odegaard serving for Douglas. It is up and over. It's received. Sure for the spike. It's received. Odegaard to Blasius. To Harris for a free ball. Henry to Birdwell. Almost blocked by Archer. It's a kill. Score is 1-0. St. Thomas More. All right, we have number 2, Caitlin Birdwell, serving for St. Thomas More. It is up and over. Blasius receives it. Odegaard sets it to New Holy. It's up and over, returned. All right, number 2, Keelan Birdwell, serving for STM. Up and over, Blasius to Odegaard. It's over. Henry to Sure. It's out. Point Douglas. Score is now 2-1. Holy serves it for Douglas. It's up, over. Back to Douglas. Cole Blanchard hits it over for a free ball. Scher spikes it down. Number 6, Leighton Scher for STM. Having many kills this evening. Score is now 3-1. And Dakota Valley won the first set in the Golden Championship. Anna Henry serves up and over for STM. Odegaard sets it over. Henry to Scher. It's blocked. To Benda. And it's a kill. Score is now 4-1. STM. Anna Henry serving for St. Thomas More. It is up and over. Johnson to Odegaard. Over. New Holy to Odegaard. To Blanchard. And it's in. It's a kill for Blanchard. Riley LaJoy in for Douglas. And we have Miley Archer serving. It's up and over. Sure. For a free ball. LaJoy. It's blocked. Point STM. Alright, we have Leighton Scher serving for STM. New Holy to Odegaard to Harris for the spike. Scher to Popel. Johnson spikes it over. It's received. Blanchard to Johnson. Back to Blanchard. It's over. Henry to Benda. They're fighting for it. They are fighting for it. Benda was served by New Holy. Benda again, received by New Holy again. Odegaard sets it to the middle. And it's in the net for STM. Score is now 5-3. We got Vernon and Gray in for Douglas. Got Jillian Vernon serving now. It's into the net from Vernon. St. Thomas More's ball. We have number 9, Maya Eggleston, serving for STM. It's into the net. Patriots ball. Ashlyn Blasius in for Douglas. Up to serve. Scores 6-4 STM. Blasius serves it over. Strain receives it to Henry. LaJoy spikes it over. New Holy, LaJoy. And Henry makes a good effort, but it's just not enough. Point Douglas. Scores 6-5. Ashlyn Blasius serves it over. It's received by Popel. Kill by Madison Boyum. It's a nice kill. Score is now 7-5. All right, we have Mara Wilkening serving for STM now. It's up and over. New Holy. Vernon sets it. LaJoy spikes it. It's received. Anna Henry tips it over. Vernon to Johnson. It's over. Henry. Strain to Birdwell. Vernon. LaJoy. Johnson is able to set it over. Strain. Set to Birdwell. It's blocked, and it's just not enough. Both teams are playing their butts off. Score is now 8-5. All right. right, we have Wilkening serving for STM. It's up and over. Johnson to Blasius. Back to Johnson. It's barely over. Vernon over. Henry to Strain to Birdwell. Received by Blasius. It's bumped over by Vernon. Henry to Boyum. And it's shanked out. Point Douglas. Scores now 8-6, St. Thomas More. Johnson serves it over. Johnson to Vernon, spiked by Gray, and it is out. Point St. Thomas More. Caitlin Strain serving for STM. Blasius to Vernon to New Holy, spiked over, received by Strain. Henry to Birdwell, tipped over. Vernon to Johnson for a spike. Eggleston for a quick receive and Schur for the kill. Scores now 10-6, St. Thomas More. Dakota Valley and Brookings are tied up in the gold bracket. Caitlin Strain serving for STM. Received by Blasius to Archer to Johnson. Birdwell for the spike. Received by Vernon. Johnson to the set. New Holy. Ooh, it's shanked, but it's received. Schur sets it over lightly. Vernon to Johnson. Henry to Schur. And it's over, and it's a kill. Score is now 11-6, St. Thomas More. Timeout Douglas.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Up and over for Caitlin Strain, received by Blasius. New Holy back to Blasius, and it's a free ball. Alright, Wilkening, Schur hits it over. It's 10-foot line. Strain still serving for St. Thomas More. Score is now 12-6. It's up and it's over. New Holy to Vernon, and it's in the net. Score is 13-6, St. Thomas More. Still have Caitlin Strain serving for St. Thomas More. It's up and it's over. Blasius to Vernon to New Holy, sets it over. Henry sets it over, and it's a point STM. Strain serving, it's up and over. Johnson to Jaden Gray to New Holy. And a Henry to Schur. It's blocked by Archer. Eggleston. Henry to Schur. Received by Blasius, but it's shanked. It's just not enough. Scores 15-6. Strain serving up and over. New Holy to Vernon to Archer, and it's in. It's saved by the foot. Henry to Birdwell. It's hit down, almost blocked by Archer. It's just not enough. Score is now 16-6. St. Thomas More still have Caitlin Strain serving for STM. Up and over. Blasius. Over by Vernon. Henry sets it to Sure. Vernon to New Holy. And it's a fail. Score is now 17-6. Snub number 1, Caitlin Strain, serving for STM. It's up and it's over. Johnson to Vernon to Archer. It's over. Wilkening to Henry to Sure, and it's a crazy kill. Very strong, Leighton Sure. Still have Caitlin Strain serving for St. Thomas More. Score is currently 18-6. It's up, it's over. Blasius to Vernon to Johnson, and it's not even in the net. Goes through the left side. Still St. Thomas More's serve. Caitlin Strain. It's up, it's over. Johnson to Vernon to Archer for the spike. It's received. Henry to Birdwell. It's blocked by Gray and Archer. Back to Douglas. Vernon hits it to Gray, and it's out. That court. Score is now 20-6. Strain serving it. It's up and over. New Holy to Blasius to Archer. Sets it over lightly. Henry to Sure. And it's shanked by Johnson. Can't really help it much there. A lot of power in that spike. Score is now 21-6. Caitlin Strain still serving for STM. Henry to Birdwell. Johnson receives it. New Holy to Gray, free ball. We have Wilkening. Ooh, Sure hits it over. Alright, and Archer sets it into the net. It's not enough. Scores 22-6. St. Thomas More in the second set of the Silver Bracket Championship. Strain serving it. It's up and over. Blasius into the net. Scores now 23-6. It's a rough score. In the golden bracket, we have Brookings 14, Dakota Valley 9. Dakota Valley already won a set. Alright, we have Vernon to New Holy. Wilkening to Henry to Sure, and it's 10-foot line again. Alright, scores now 24-6. This is match point. Caitlin Strain, it's up and over. Johnson to Vernon to Archer. It's received by Wilkening. Henry to Birdwell. It's received. Blasius to Gray to Johnson. Alright, Birdwell. Received by Blasius. Vernon. New Holy. And it's on the floor. Point Douglas. 24-7. We have Emma Odegaard and Olivia Harris coming in for Douglas. Jaden Gray and Jillian Vernon coming out. I'm sure we have Emma Odegaard serving. Odegaard up and over, and it's an ace. Point Douglas. Scores 24-8. STM. Odegaard Up and over. Received by Wilkening. Over by Schur. Odegaard to Johnson. To New Holy. Strain receives it. Henry to Schur. Oh, it's almost received by Blasius, but the game is over.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow.